Welcome everyone to the FIBA WASL group phase draw for the 2023-24 season. We're currently live here at Le Royal Hotel in the beautiful city of Beirut, Lebanon. Tonight, we reach a new milestone as we get set to usher in a new season of FIBA's brand new pan-regional competition that will feature 4 of Asia's 6 sub-zones. The goal started back in March of 2022, and after many months of hard work, dedication, the FIBA WASL finally tipped off on December 19th, 2022. Well, watching those 2 finals really makes you relive the experience. The fans of both Al Riyadi and Gorgan exemplified their support with passion and loyalty. Well, in the case of Manama and Kuwait, they demonstrated their rivalry with respect, admiration, and love for the game of basketball. And after 5 grueling months, 3 teams from both the Gulf and the West were joined by the champions of Kazakhstan in the City of Gold in Dubai, where the Final 8 tipped off.
سكورات دائما انت تي على الباسكت وحاليا كان العملين بنفس الفرق عند السكس اللاعب رقم 5 اللي عنده 3 نقاط حمد عدنان من محاولة على الارك بيسجل نقطة الخامسة للجيم. محاولات شوف على الكورنر ماركوس طلبها كادي اخذها واو كادي كان شوي من هنا درايف لموسلي طلبها من اوروز اخذ شوطة على الثري
Well, this is the beauty of the game. The story is never set, and anybody can be champions. Season 1 was full of excitement and many surprises, but now we get set to open a new chapter and commence season number 2. For season number 2, we'll see the return of 18 teams, 13 champions, and 5 runners-up from the domestic leagues of the Gulf, the West, Central, and South Asia. However, before we proceed to the draw, we're going to show you a video on the competition format and how the draw procedure will work.
The following video explains the competition structure of the FIBA West Asia Super League. The FIBA West Asia Super League is comprised of a group stage consisting of 16 teams and the final 8. The group phase consists of West Asia and Gulf leagues. Each league will have 8 teams divided into groups of 2 that play each other home and away from October 2023 until April 2024. The top 2 teams of the groups advance to the semi-finals, while the second and third from each group face each other in the qualification to the semi-finals matchup. The top 3 teams from West Asia and Gulf will qualify for the FIBA WASL Final 8, where they will be joined by the champions from South Asia and Central Asia, who may be in either Group A or Group B. The Final 8 will be hosted in one city. The top teams from the groups will advance to the semi-finals, while the second and third will face off and the winner will advance to the final. The WASL Final 8 finalists will automatically qualify for the FIBA Asia Champions Cup on the road to the FIBA Intercontinental Cup, FIBA's highest club competition. Here's how the FIBA WASL West Asia League and Gulf League draw will work. A total of 16 clubs from West Asia and the Gulf regions will participate in the second season of the FIBA WASL West Asia and Gulf Leagues that tips off on the 16th of October 2023. 8 teams from West Asia will compete in the FIBA WASL West Asia League, and 8 teams from the Gulf will participate in the FIBA WASL Gulf League. Champion teams will be distributed across 3 pots according to these clubs' countries' final ranking in the previous season. Iranian League champions Shavdari Gorgan and Lebanese champion Al Riyadi are in Pot 1. Pot 2 includes Al Ahly and Al Naft, champions of Jordan and Iraq. Syrian champions Al Wada and Palestine champions Al Orthodox Beit Sahur are in Pot 3. The same principles apply for the Gulf. FIBA WASL Gulf League and Final 8 champions Kuwait Club and Manama are in Pot 1. Shabab Al Ahly Dubai, champions of the UAE, are in Pot 2 alongside champions of Saudi Arabia Al Ahly Jeddah. Qatar Super League champions Al Rayyan are in Pot 3. Group protection applies, which means clubs coming from the same countries can't be drawn against each other. For example, if Lebanese League champions Al Riyadi are drawn in Group A, Dinamo will automatically be placed in Group B. The same principle applies for all countries having 2 clubs, such as Syria, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar. Each team plays the other teams in its group home and away. The top team from each group in the FIBA WASL West Asia and Gulf Leagues will advance to the semi-finals, while the second and third ranked teams will face off in a qualification to the semi-final matchups. Teams finishing 4th will be eliminated and will no longer take part. The top 3 clubs from each sub-zone will qualify for the FIBA WASL Final 8, where they will be joined by the champions of South and Central Asia.
Well, now that you have seen the draw, at the moment, I would like to invite to the stage Mike Mahol, Leagues Manager for the FIBA Regional Office in Asia.
Hello, Josh. Doing good.
Welcome, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike, after such a fantastic season of the FIBA WASL, I have to ask you, what has been the ultimate objective?
Okay, actually, Josh, as you may already know and very well, reshaping club competition is one of the FIBA strategic objectives for 2019-2023 cycle. The first season of any league is always crucial because it lays the foundation for the future. But our main target was to create a solid, sustainable, competitive league where all the teams compete to win it. Actually, we tried and we managed to do this in the first season of West Asia Super League.
Mike, the goal has been very, very big. Every team wants to reach the ultimate goal, but it's not just teams, players, fans, everybody.
Indeed.
What has been the progression for these players?
Indeed, Josh. First, I'm going to speak about the teams. Teams shown a strong commitment to this league. From early stages, they have started preparing to put together competitive teams. They also invested in developing their infrastructure to comply with FIBA rules and regulation. On the other hand, they started to attract top players from the region and abroad. While for the players, they enjoyed playing meaningful games during the WASL season. They already have concentrated previously on their local league, some friendly tournaments. WASL helped them to gain more exposure, grow, and enhance their skills. While on the other hand, FIBA WASL provided a platform to showcase their talent and to gain more exposure. So let's see what season 2 holds for us.
To complete the Jurorcast, I would currently like to invite to the stage 2 members of the Lebanese Deaf National Team who recently competed at the 2023 DIBF World Championship. I would like to introduce Maroon Kosaifi and Sharbal Abisad.
Maroon. Hi.
Our 2 guests will have a message for you. The message from Maroon: this year, we, the Deaf Basketball National Team, participated for the first time in Lebanese history at the World Deaf Basketball Championship. We hope that more players will increase and we can further progress the sport. Sharbal's message: I used to watch the WASL League, and now I'm very proud to be a part of the draw procedure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the FIBA WASL 23-24 draw will begin now. Let's start first with FIBA WASL Gulf League. As you can see, we have 3 pots. Every pot has 2 teams, as the video shows earlier, along with their group pots. Now, we'll start by drawing the group, then we will see which team will be drawn into which group. Now, please, Maroon, we will start the group. Group A. So in pot 1, we have Manama from Bahrain and Kuwait from Kuwait. Group A. Let's see which team will be drawn into Group A. Kuwait from Kuwait. So Kuwait from Kuwait will be in Group A.
Winners of the inaugural Gulf League, hosting an unbeaten record of 10-0.
Now, since Kuwait from Kuwait was drawn in Group A and country protection applies, then automatically Kazma from Kuwait will be in Group B, competition number 4. Now, let's continue for the remaining team of the pot 1. Please, the group. Group B, of course, should be Manama. So, Manama from Bahrain. Manama from Bahrain will be in Group B.
First ever FIBA WASL champions, current defending champions in Bahrain, and winning the treble last season.
Okay, same applies to Bahrain. Since Manama were drawn in Group B, then automatically Muharra from Bahrain will be drawn into Group A. Now, let's continue with the second pot where we have Shabab Al-Ahli from UAE and Al-Ahli Jeddah from Saudi Arabia. Starting with the groups, please, with the group. Group A. Let's see which team will be drawn to Group A. Teams, please. Ahli Jeddah from Saudi Arabia. So Ahli Jeddah from Saudi Arabia will be in Group A.
Founded in 1938, current reigning champions of the Saudi Arabian Premier League.
Now, we continue with the remaining team on pot 2. The group, please. Should be Group B. Indeed. So, Group B. Let's see the team. Shabab Al-Ahli UAE. So, Shabab Al-Ahli UAE will be in Group B.
Hosts of the inaugural FIBA WASL Final 8, winners of 9 out of the last 10 championships in the United Arab Emirates.
Now, moving forward into pot 3, where we have only one team, which is Rayyan from Qatar, automatically Al-Shamal will be on the other group. So let's see in which group Rayyan will be. Please, with the groups. Group A. Group A. Let's see the team, please. Rayyan from Qatar. So Rayyan from Qatar will be in Group A.
A historic basketball team considered to be a super heavyweight in the early 2000s. Winners of the FIBA Asia Champions Cup in 2002 and 2005.
Again, since Rayyan from Qatar were drawn in Group A, so automatically Al-Shamal from Qatar are now in Group B. Now, let's do a recap for the FIBA WASL Gulf League. In Group A, we have Kuwait from Kuwait, Ahli Jeddah from Saudi Arabia, Rayyan from Qatar, Al-Muharrak from Bahrain. While in Group B, we will have Manama from Bahrain, Shabab Al-Ahli from UAE, Al-Shamal from Qatar, and Kazma from Kuwait.
Mike, looking at this team, this is going to be very exciting. Manama, they say it's harder to defend the championship than it is to win it.
Well, actually, Manama versus Kazma, it will be a firecracker encounter is expected between those two teams, especially after last year qualification to semi-final loss in Bahrain for Kazma. And on the other hand, you have Kuwait Club. They went undefeated in the Gulf League last year. They will be aiming to keep that streak despite being in a tough group, actually.
The Gulf is looking very exciting, but let's get ready for the West.
Let's go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after finishing FIBA WASL Gulf League, now we will begin doing the FIBA WASL West Asia League. Same concept, country protection applies. We have 3 pots. We have 3 pots. In every pot, we have 2 teams along with their respective groups. So we will begin by drawing the groups. Before that, in pot 1, we will have Riyadh from Lebanon and Shardari Gorgan from Iran. Let's see, please, the group in pot 1. Group B. Let's see which team will be in Group B. Teams. Al-Riyadh Beirut Club from Lebanon. Al-Riyadh Beirut Club from Lebanon will be in Group B.
Inaugural champions of the FIBA WASL West Asia League, considered to be a basketball powerhouse in Lebanon and West Asia.
So Since Al-Riyadh Beirut are now in Group B, automatically Dynamo Club from Lebanon will be in Group A. Now, let's continue and draw the remaining team from Pot 1, the group. Should be Group A. Indeed, Group A, the team. Shahardari Gorgan from Iran. So, Shahardari Gorgan from Iran will be in Group A.
Established in 1969, Gorgons coming into the FIBA WASL, three-time reigning champions of Iran.
Now, we finished Pot 1. Moving forward into Pot 2, where we have Al-Ahli Amman from Jordan and Al-Nafat from Iraq. Let's begin with the groups. Group A. Group A, let's see which team will be in Group A. Al-Nafat from Iraq. So Al-Nafat from Iraq will be in Group A.
Winners of the last three editions of the Iraqi League will be competing in their second straight FIBA WASL.
Now, the remaining team in Pot 2, the group. Group B. Now, let's see the team. Al-Ahli Club Amman from Jordan. So, Al-Ahli Club Amman from Jordan will be in Group B.
2023 champions of the Jordanian Premier League, equaling a record for most championships at 25.
Now, moving forward into the last pot in the FIBA WASL West Asia League, where we have Al-Wahda from Syria and Orthodox Bet Sahur from Palestine. Let's begin with the group. Group B. Group B. So let's see the team. Al-Wahda Sport Club from Syria. So Al-Wahda Sports Club from Syria will be in Group B.
Current reigning champions of Syria and 2003 winners of the FIBA Asia Champions Cup.
So, ladies and gentlemen, since, of course, country protection applies, Al-Wahda have been drawn in Group B automatically. Ittihad Ahli of Aleppo will be in Group A, competition number 3. So, let's do the remaining one team in Pot 3. Group A, the team should be, of course, Orthodox Bet Sahur from Palestine in Group A. So Orthodox Bet Sahur will be in Group A. Let's do a recap for the FIBA WASL West Asia League. In Group A, we have Gorgan from Iran, Al-Nafat from Iraq, Ittihad Ahli Aleppo from Syria, Dynamo Club from Lebanon. While in Group B, we will have Riyadh from Lebanon, Al-Ahli Amman from Jordan, Al-Wahda from Syria, and Orthodox Bet Sahur from Palestine.
Mike, already we're looking at these matchups here in the West, and it's going to be very exciting.
Actually, I was waiting to see a matchup between Riyadh and Wahda and the potential return to Captain Amir Saoud, who joined Al-Wahda and won with them the Syrian League. It will be an interesting matchup both in Syria and in Lebanon for the fans. While in the other group, we'll have Gorgan versus Dynamo, and Dynamo has been pretty busy preseason with many high-profile names joining the team. I think, and Bet Sahur will be the first Palestinian club to participate in West Asia Super League. They are interesting games, will be.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for joining us, but before we leave, I would like to say thank you to our two guests, Maroon Kosaifi and Sharbal Abissad. We will see you in October for season number 2. Thank you and goodbye from here in the beautiful city of Beirut in Lebanon.